Are we recording?
Yeah. Hive mind. We're back. We're back. First time ever.
We're back
First
again.
time ever. We're back.
We're back again with episode 1.
So, Unreal Engine.
What's it all about?
It's a software, right?
This
It's
is
what
software.
it's about.
Software, yeah.
Crazy.
Software. What films use it, Spencer?
What films
Yeah.
use it? Not
what-
any good ones, I can tell you that.
So, it's like an up-to-date software in it. For
Yes.
like, and Star Wars.
The Mandalorian.
Mandalorian, look at that.
Yeah.
So, we've been using it to create scenes, and this big project is like a Stranger Things upside down project.
Yeah.
We
well,
did
we have to.
the still worlds and the foliage first.
Yep. No, wait, what do we do? Cameras then, wasn't it?
Yeah. We have to build like a whole world and all that, which is pretty crazy.
The lighting as well.
Yeah.
We had to do the lighting.
Make sure the lighting is right.
Pretty frustrating.
Very
Just going to be the first one to say
frustrating.
that.
Yeah. Angering.
Upsetting.
So how's everyone found it?
Deeply upsetting. Deeply
Yeah.
To
depressing.
be honest, kind of hated it.
I found it very, very stressful and not very fun.
It's annoying. It's annoying, but when you get used to it, it's
It's
I-
somewhat enjoyable.
I also
Sent me through
think
a
that
dark
it's just
time.
not filmmaking. Controversial opinion.
Yeah.
But
I prefer everything practical anyway.
I think it's a
I-
shortcut.
I think that it's going to take away jobs in the industry, like stuff like set design, and like costume departments and stuff like that. Like, why go film and location when you can just create a fake world? I think it takes away the magic of filmmaking
is
and
true.
makes it less realistic.
Very true.
What do they call it? In like the Mandalorian, they use it for the Batman and
The
the
sound
Yeah.
stages.
The sound stages.
the volume in it.
I think for
Volume
sci-fi,
stage, yeah.
Yeah.
for sci-fi, it's really helpful, but for just general filmmaking, it's just destroying.
Like, if Christopher Nolan saw us doing this, I don't think he'd be very happy.
I think Christopher Nolan wants us to go out and make those nuke effects real. I
Yeah.
don't think he wants us to make them.
I think he wants us
us
like to blow up.
Yeah. He would be
Literally.
rolling in his grave.
blow up.
For practical in it.
Yeah.
Oh, practical, better.
Who's it for?
Also, apparently,
Yeah. Filmmakers,
Filmmakers.
gamers.
games.
as
And
well.
people who grew up in the 80s.
Oh,
Yeah.
are you talking about the project or Unreal?
Yeah. Or both.
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 Yeah.
People who grew up in the 80s. People who like the 80s.
People who watch Stranger Things.
Yeah.
It's a wide audience.
Yeah.
Very wide.
And also for anybody who just wants to watch it. And I'd argue, like, fans of sci-fi genres.
So how are we finding it now compared to at the beginning?
It's a lot easier.
It's definitely a lot easier. Yep.
It's got easier to manage.
Hmm.
I mean, that was
But
obviously going to happen the
it-
more you practice
yeah.
with something, but you know.
But if you're not working with like the right software, also you can't transfer your old stuff, which I found out. You can't transfer one thing to another computer. You have to use the same computer. So you can't work at it, at home and all that, which is very frustrating and annoying, but
And it's also really limiting for what we have to do. Like, for
Spencer, God.
Spencer.
I apologize.
For a lot of it, there's not, like, enough add-ons. Like, for my scene, I'm creating a bedroom. There's nothing. There's, like, a pillow.
That's a good point.
And
I've been
like
trying
a
to recreate.
chair.
Yep, I've been trying to recreate a shopping mall, and it's dreadful.
I think that the concept is really good, but I think that the software isn't designed well enough for filmmaking yet.
Yep.
So it's a bit, like, redundant
Yeah,
as
it's,
making
a,
anything.
it's a game engine, isn't
It's
it?
a game
It's just
engine.
not.
Yeah.
And also, we can't, like... I don't think anybody's figured out how to use the cameras in it yet.
No. I've done it, but it
I've wa-
lasted about 2 seconds and it was like the worst thing ever.
I've watched every tutorial going, and
Yeah.
none of them have helped.
It just goes right fast on it and you
Yeah.
just can't slow it down.
Mm.
And
Terrible.
what issues did you guys solve on the software? It crashed every 5 seconds for me. Every time I put a wall down, it
It
crashed.
was definitely crashing a lot.
It was crashing a lot.
Mine just never loaded up Bridge, so I could never bring in any assets. So it was just I was working with
you were
squares.
just working with nothing.
I was working with like squares, like white squares that I couldn't recolor or anything. So I was just doing that.
I think to do it, you have to be really creative, especially with like
Mm.
all the meshes and stuff. Because like, how are we meant to create a portal for
Mm.
Stranger Things? I've had to use like pig skin or whatever.
I'm using like a point lights.
Yeah, the point lights are good.
Yeah, when I was in the software, I actually didn't encounter any problems, so I'm kind of lucky.
You're very
Yeah.
lucky.
I may have like forgotten to save a project once, but that was my fault.
No, mate. Literally every time I put a wall down, it crashed last week.
I think it just gets fed up and just decides to just delete everything.
Oh yeah, once I worked on a project, also Jack did as well, and the computers just wiped it all
Oh,
and
yeah.
lost everything, and that was really heartbreaking. Worst time of my life, really.
I have a question.
Yep.
Did the mood boards help you guys or not? I just feel like we just didn't.
Not really, but I found making mood boards really fun. So I enjoyed myself, but I didn't really check them.
I enjoyed the task, but I just didn't look back.
Not
No.
really.
I can't-
I knew what I was doing in my head.
I
so-
feel like that's the case with most production. You just do it because it's a formality.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't remember. Is that necessary? Do you need to do them?
You need to
'Cause
do the mood boards for
mood
your
boards.
proposals.
the like slideshow kind of thing.
Like the pictures put together.
Yeah, I think I've done that.
You think?
You don't sound like you.
You don't sound very confident in
I think
that.
I've done it.
Okay.
I'm almost 100% sure.
100%.
Almost like 95.
Okay.
What practice projects did we do? We did that Apocalypse Street.
Did the
Yeah.
apocalypse?
The
Yeah.
Apocalypse
Oh.
Street was quite fun.
That was the one I lost.
That was like the best one I've done.
I think my best one's any of the ones with like a lot of foliage. I really like the foliage, the
Yeah.
plants and stuff.
I made a really smooth pyramid.
Your pyramid
Oh,
was
yeah.
very good.
It
I
was
remember that.
It's a good
was
pyramid.
pretty good
decent, I
pyramid.
guess, but it was very smooth. I had no curves.
The one with the door at the beginning.
Yeah.
That was just annoying.
Mm.
That. I couldn't get rid of the.
Yeah.
No, it's meant to look.
Like
Like
it
it goes-
opens.
I just couldn't do it.
It's really difficult. The tutorial. My issue mainly is with the tutorials, because they're for people who already have experience. No matter how many times he says beginner at the start.
Yeah,
of
it says beginner, but
it's
he's
just
like,
not.
oh, just tap these 3 things 5 times and then it'll just spawn in.
Also, a little rant about the tutorials. In one of them, the guy at the start of it is like, "Oh yeah, I'm not gonna skip over everything," but then halfway through he skips. So
Immediately skip.
he's like, "Oh yeah, well you already know this, so I'm just gonna skip over it." I don't know it. Tell me.
Tell me, please.
I'm begging. I don't know what you're doing.
And then half the time in one of them, we were just shouting out members of chat,
Yeah.
which I
Yeah.
thought was really funny.
Thanks, guys, for the donation. What are you doing with the software next?
Hopefully nothing. Hopefully
Yeah,
this will be
hopefully
the end
forgetting.
of Unreal Engine for me.
Yeah.
Oh, we're using green screen on it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The green screen aspect's probably the best part, I'd say.
Reference lighting.
Reference
You
lighting.
gotta use reference lighting.
Hmm.
And lighting us on that, Spencer. What does that mean?
Sorry, what was the question?
What does reference lighting mean?
No comment.
I will help you. So, mate, lighting that you use to capture footage on green screen, yeah?
It's got to be
Yeah,
the same
it's got-
lighting as you've seen.
It's got to match the Unreal Engine stuff.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. I'll
There you
keep
go.
that in mind.
Remember
No
that
worries.
for next time.
I'll keep in mind lighting reference.
No worries, I've got you, buddy.
Thank you.
What is the biggest challenge?
Ooh.
Hmm.
The camera.
Yeah.
The camera aspect of it, because there's like no way you can shoot a scene if your camera's not working. And nobody knows how to work said camera.
I agree, because every time I exported it, it just
Mm.
turned into a million images.
Yeah, same.
And
The images didn't move either. It was the one still shot, but like
Yeah.
100 times.
yeah.
Hmm.
And there's a lot. At first, it's just fucking, it's overwhelming, man.
I have really bad OCD, so I'd say the biggest challenge for me is that, really. Because if I build something in it and there's a little thing that's off with it, I'm done. I've just lost interest. I just can't move on.
Give me 1 second.
I feel like there's not enough assets.
Never mind about. I thought I was gonna say
Controversial.
You do have to pay for a lot of the essential things.
Yeah. There's just not enough add-ons. Quixel is good for like if you only ever want to do landscapes.
Yeah. Oh, voice crack, guys. That's not good.
That's not good.
I couldn't get in.
Cut it. Clip it.
Don't clip that guy.
I couldn't get images onto my project, so I couldn't put a poster, which was very deeply upsetting for me.
Yeah, how are we meant to do mise en scène?
Mise en scène.
Yeah. You know what mise en scène is, Spencer?
Everything within a frame.
Are you sure? I think he knows.
Yeah, I do. Everything in within a frame.
Yeah.
Are we
Good.
supposed to do that?
Yeah. How are we supposed to do mise en scène
I
if
think
we
you meant to
can't
do
like
that
put
on
anything?
everything. Spencer.
Hmm.
Everything within the
You
frame.
just gotta work with what you got, I guess.
But we've got nothing.
Well,
Well, what else is there to cover? I think we've covered everything.
Covered
I-
everything.
I think we've covered out. How's everyone feeling about?
I will
is
be
there
happy
anything-
to move on from
I'm
Unreal.
looking forward to the F&P.
I'm looking
be
forward
honest.
to the F&P.
Yeah. What is the F&P? Remind us.
The F&P is the final major project.
Extended major
Extended
project.
major project this year, where we have full creative responsibility to create anything that we would like.
I like being able to do what I want and
Yeah.
not being told what to do.
I
That
do
sounds a bit, what's the word?
Freeing.
Anti-establishment.
Yep. I guess. You could have said any word, then I would have said yes.
But what makes it different from last year?
From last year, because we have to do more this year.
More research.
More research, more pre-production, more
More-
filming.
More theory.
Yep, more evaluation, bigger and better.
It's got a lot. It's got to be better.
It's got to be better.
I have an idea.
It's going to
for
be
what
hard to
mine's
top
gonna
my project from last year. I'm just going to say that.
be. You should
You'll
do the
find a way.
mummy.
My project last year, I was not happy with that at all.
You know what? Mine were okay.
It were
I
alright.
tried really hard.
It was alright for what it was.
Yeah.
I filmed it in 2 days and I had
Hmm.
a camera and tripod and that were it. I didn't even have lighting equipment.
Me neither. I had a camera, a tripod, and about 4 hours, and I filmed it.
I did mine. Got home, realised I didn't have an engine. Had to make one. It was great. Got gasoline. Got
Well,
my dad to
I-
hold up a fence.
Will you ever use Unreal Engine ever again after this project?
Probably not.
No.
Absolutely not.
I don't even think that I'd use it in the industry, purely on the basis that I don't want to go into editing.
You know, before this, I tried to get my friend onto Unreal Engine because I was like, oh yeah, you can make games and everything. But now that I've actually used it, I feel so bad. I
Can't imagine making a game on that.
No.
Imagine the stress.
It's like The Sims, but if The Sims made you not want to play the game.
It's like The Sims, but all the
It's The Sims,
enjoyment
but
sucked
it's The
out.
Sims, but terrible.
Yeah. Yeah,
I love The Sims.
I love The Sims.
The Sims is good.
Is that a wrap, guys?
That's
we
a
covered
wrap.
everything.
I think that's a wrap.
Hive mind. Hive mind.
Hive mind
That's it for
out.
hivemind.com.